Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here, for clicking on the video. I appreciate you stopping by. We're going to listen to Porcupine Tree. We're going to listen to the track Arriving Somewhere But Not Here. This is off of their album Dead Wing, released in 2005. So we're listening to this track primarily because it was recommended and the favorite song of Masterpiece. So Masterpiece, this is truly your recommendation that I'm choosing this off of. However, many others have recommended this track, such as Gaia Eternal, Sick of the EW, X-Lurb, Zombie Zero, Sci-Fi Monkey, Toll Fan, Sylvan Millicent, Dave King, I see you as well, Helsingard, Peterson, Jackson the Taco. There's a lot of you. So thank you so much for the recommendation. You know, I'm relatively familiar with Porcupine Tree, but it's not like I've listened to a lot of their music, but this is one that has passed me by. So let's go ahead and listen to it. We'll talk about it a little bit after. Settle in, settle down. If you haven't, by the way, check out my gaming channel. It's in the link. It's in the description down below. Like if you're interested in that kind of thing, it's just a little fun thing. All right, let's go. Wonderful build-up.
Never stop the car on a drive in the dark. Never look for the truth in your mother's eyes. Never trust the sound of rain upon a river rushing through your ears. Arriving somewhere, but not here.
There's your Mellotron.
Did you imagine the final sound as a gun? Or the smashing windscreen of a car? Did you ever imagine the last thing you'd hear as you're fading out was a song? Arriving somewhere, but not here. All my designs simplified. And all of my plans compromised.
I like how that back harmony There's the cadence there.
To all of my dreams, sacrifice.
I like how the verse comes back in now during this part that started off.
Drinking down the poison the way you were taught. Never thought from here on in your life begins and all you knew was wrong. Right there, somewhere, not here. All my designs simplified. To all of my plans compromise. To all of my dreams.
Little leftover chugga chugga. Just keep a little of that momentum going. There you go. Something's happening in there. It just keeps on getting bigger and bigger. The bass kind of sounds Squire-esque in here. I like that backroom production for the drums. Right back to this part. Nice catchy chorus in a way. Arriving Somewhere is a very nice bite-sized epic. Because obviously it's not like one of the 20-minute plus epics of that proportion. But in 12 minutes or however long it was, it gets a lot done. I don't feel like there's a wasted note on here. I don't feel like there's a wasted space. I felt like it was deserving, very deserving as a matter of fact, of the time that it was given. I think that obviously the performances were excellent. Wilson's guitar and his sense for ambience in the music is really a driving force through a lot of this. I really liked Edwin's bass. Barbieri, obviously a wizard of soundscapes on the synths and the keyboards and everything of that nature. And Barbieri and Wilson have a really great sense of melodic melancholy. You know, especially in the first part of this song, you really feel that in the build-up. They create these really wonderful soundscapes, and I really enjoy like how they do that. You know, to me, Wilson is like that heart of melancholy. A lot of the music with Porcupine Tree and his solo music has that kind of feel to it, where you kind of distinctly know it's Wilson working on it. And then at the same time, Barbieri has a huge hand in, you know, all these different soundscapes and these different textures and how he builds them. So these two together, especially just to focus on them, comes across really nicely. And even as the music moves into its more rockier parts or, you know, the more climactic moments, you still get a sense of that throughout. Like that heartbeat never stops throughout the music. And that's really, really wonderful. The bass playing, like I said, from Edwin is also really nice. In the middle section, to me, it sounded like the bass playing was reminiscent of like Chris Squire from Yes. Obviously not the music itself was reminiscent of Yes, but for some reason, just the way that the bass was being played, maybe I was getting that kind of strong fingering kind of The way that Chris would, hit the strings on the bass. I was getting kind of a sound similar to that. And I just thought that was a really nice feel. I also really like how the music moves. There's a lot of different feelings and emotions that are being maneuvered in the track, but at no point to me did it sound forced, did it sound unearned, or not satisfying. We got the ambient in the beginning, then it moves into something a little bit more typical. You have some nice soft light guitars that come in and start just to riff amongst the ambience. Then it moves on when the drums come in and push things along, Gavin doing his thing. And then in the break, you have that heavy section, right? And I like that. I like how it stops everything. You have what I said, that inertia of the riff that carries on. And then that inertia begins to grow and expand. You hear, of course, more rock guitar, more distortion. It gets heavy. You almost expect Devin Townsend to come in. And then the music, once again, amongst that heaviness, it lightens up by returning to a similar sound that we had in the first half. And now it's just mixed in together, hybrid, and you go and you're off in a liger. Like, that's just a great way to start with have two different halves or thirds, combine them, and then for the final third, for that third and final leg, you have those elements all coming together in this really nicely procured brew. Let's look at the lyrics on this one, huh? Never stop the car on a drive in the dark. Never look for the truth in your mother's eyes. Never trust the sound of rain upon a river rushing through your ears, arriving somewhere but not here. Did you imagine the final sound as a gun or the smashing windscreen of a car? Did you imagine the last thing you'd hear as you're fading out was a song, arriving somewhere but not here? So the song seems to be talking about, obviously, death in the second verse, and the last thing you hear, the last thing you see. Kind of like, The Sopranos with, the whole black screen thing, the last thing you see, blah, blah, blah. So I like how he's, describing different things you could hear. The final sound as a gun, the smashing windscreen of a car. And in the beginning, it's like he's giving advice there. Don't stop a car in the dark. Never look for the truth in your mother's eyes. Well, what question leads him to say that? To never look for the truth in your mother's eyes. Never trust the sound of rain upon a river rushing through your ears. So he's almost... Well, let me keep going. Let me keep going. All my designs simplified and all my plans compromised. All of my dreams sacrificed. So no matter what the destination is, whether it's a final destination with death or you're seeking the answer to a question, you may arrive there, you may arrive somewhere, but not here. Maybe not what you expected. Maybe not the answer you were wanting or you were looking for. So you've arrived somewhere, but not at where you thought, in a sense. So I feel like that's kind of summed up what he's asking here. Ever had the feeling you've been here before, drinking down the poison the way you were taught? Ever thought from here on in your life begins and all you knew was wrong? Arriving somewhere not here. I feel like actually I'm putting the hammer down and the gavel down on what I just said. I think that he's relating it to many different things and aspects of life, but the point is, you may search for an answer, you may search for a truth, you may do certain things and you're getting somewhere, but expect the unexpected. Did you see the red mist block your path? Did the scissors cut a way to your heart? Did you feel the envy for the sons of mothers tearing you apart? Arriving somewhere not here. I'll be honest, the final verse, confuses me. I thought I had a pretty good hold on the rest of it, but now I'm a little confused. Okay, well, first of all, I did not know this was a concept album. So that would probably help. Describe the album as a surreal ghost story and said that the idea is ultimately that this album will form a kind of companion with the feature film. I didn't know there was a film to go along with this. Okay, there's a lot going on then. So what is the concept? Just a ghost story? So that makes sense with, the final sound as a gun, the death in that verse. But what about this part? The protagonist's demise could be attributed to religious murderers, terrorists, as religious violence is talked about extensively on the previous song. I'm still not getting much. I'll tell you, the last verse still confuses me. But regardless, it doesn't matter. It's a good song. Thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you for sharing your favorite song with me. Of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow me over on Twitter. You can support what I do on Patreon for as little as $2 a month. You don't have to. Matter of fact, if you don't want to, that's completely fine. But go check out my gaming channel if you're Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, guys.